Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Split Screen Media Podcast. I'm Chris, and with me as always is my loyal host Connor. This week on our podcast we have Kenzi. Say hi to the people.
What's up?
Connor, do you want to get right into it?
Yeah, sure.
I know you wanted to talk
well,
about Miles Morales since that came out a couple days ago.
Yeah, so I guess real quick, three things. Kenz is currently our #1 fan. So thank you very much for being on the show.
It's a pleasure, a real honor. I've listened to every episode on my drive to work and my drive home, and I feel like an idiot laughing in my car by myself while I sit on 66.
Do you get weird looks?
Yeah, this one dude who drives a blue Subaru, we literally leave work together at the same time every day. Never talk to him, but we drive next to each other all the time. And I'm always like laughing so hard, and I look over and he's always like,
that dude can go fuck himself.
Make a sign and be like, "This is what I'm listening to."
Yeah. You should never judge somebody for the music they listen to in their car or whatever they do in their car.
Yeah,
that's like a bubble. It's like your own little bubble,
right?
Yeah.
I would definitely say it's you and my other friend Will are like tied for #1 fans, but we really appreciate it.
There's no tie. I'm the #1 fan. I've listened to every episode.
I'm totally kidding. You're #1. So real quick, I just wanted to say, I'd seen on our previous Facebook videos that some of the comments were being deleted, and I guess there was like some like a moderator system that was put in place that I didn't know about because I don't read everything, so I'm a fucking idiot. So that has all been enabled now. So if you want to comment on any video, it should be fine. None of the comments should get deleted.
On YouTube, Connor?
Yeah, that was on YouTube. So it was just like one of the, like basically when you scroll all the way down, you'll see like a bunch of the settings for each individual video. And I just didn't scroll all the way far enough down to like read that was, I don't even know why like the default isn't all comments allowed. Like I feel like the option to change should be like, oh, I only want this many comments, or if they're inappropriate, you should flag them. But yeah, so that's been changed. You can comment whatever you want now. And Miles Morales is fine. It's fine. I feel like I was gonna say a little bit more about it here, even though it was just supposed to be like a 2-minute like review thing. But it turns out I have a lot more to say about it than I thought I did. And I think what's probably gonna happen is that either next week once I officially finish it, or I might put out like a supplemental video to go along with the podcast. Do like sort of a mini review thing.
Oh, so you're going solo and you're leaving Chris?
Yeah. He's gonna be like the 5th Beatle. I'm leaving him behind.
That's cool.
No, I mean, well, just like as sort of an added thing to what I'm about to say here, but like if you're looking for exactly the kind of experience you got in Spider-Man PS4, like literally the exact same experience, then you're gonna have a good time. But if you're expecting some kind of new innovations to either the swinging mechanics, the combat, or the story, and something that isn't clearly written by Insomniac's B team, you're not going to get that here. And to me, this is more like very, very expensive DLC than an actual next step in this series. And there's a lot of stuff I like about it, like the new, like obviously Miles's new powers of camouflage and the electricity add a lot to the combat, to the stealth. And I think, you know, going forward, if they play with that a little bit more in Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, whatever they decide to do, it could be pretty fun. But all of the problems in Spider-Man PS4 are present here. It doesn't feel like they made any great strides to change a lot of the aspects of the game that were a little bit weak. And this game in general, I should point out a lot of these graphic problems probably go away when you play it on a PS5, but I'm playing it on a PS4. And it's funny because it's so judgy. She's like, ugh, a PS4, disgusting. But it's interesting because Spider-Man PS4 was obviously made for that console. It was optimized for that console. And Miles Morales was made for PS5, so it's optimized for that. So the downgrades for PS4, especially a base PS4, which is what I have, are pretty significant. And you really don't get that same kind of, like there's a lot of frame rate dips. You know, some of their faces look a little bit silly. And in a lot of places, it looks worse than the game that came out 2 years before. So I would really say to anyone thinking about picking this up, like pick it up if you really like the first game and you're interested to see where it goes. And it's still really fun. Like the swinging and the combat are just as good as they've ever been, but there's nothing really new here. And I would be excited to see what happens next. But until I actually finish the game and I can give everybody a full overview of what I think, that's kind of where I'll leave it. Because I don't want anything to be taken out of context that I didn't like this game, because I did a lot.
You haven't finished yet?
No, I'm one mission away. And that's the other thing too, is the length of this game. I took my time with it, and I've only been playing it for 3 days, and I did a lot of side missions, and I've been playing with the photo mode, and I'm almost done with it. So it's like extremely, you can knock it out in probably like 5 or 6 hours.
That's a quick game.
Yeah. Even probably less if you don't do any of the side shit, because I like to collect everything, and I do basically everything in those games. But yeah, it's not very long.
I'll touch on like the new Call of Duty game just for a second, because I played it, and I just want to talk about one aspect that kind of sucks, and maybe you can relate to this because it's not about the game itself. When I play it, there's like a lot of frame rate issues. The music is skippy, the load times are really long, and I wonder if, and you said this, if they made it for the next gen consoles and then just like release it on the current gen or like whatever.
I think that's exactly what you're seeing right now, because I played you're talking about Cold War, right? The new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I played the beta for that on PS4, and it was the same kind of thing. Like it was really skippy and laggy and whatever you want to call it, I guess, for where the frame rates were dipping. But that's absolutely what happens, is that they design it for these new consoles, and then they have to release it on the lower end. So it'll be interesting, I think, to see games like Cyberpunk when they come out for the Series X and the PS5, how they're going to run on like a base Xbox One, because they're still they still have to be compatible with that. But what is that going to look like?
That's an afterthought for them now. Do you think? I think so.
Yeah. 100%. Because I mean, Xbox, the Series X is already in line to sell like 100 times more than the Xbox One did ever in its life cycle. So I definitely think they're planning ahead, and they're trying to future-proof this game. And that's probably, if I'm being honest, that's probably why there were so many delays for that game, because they're trying to figure out how to make it work on this like 10-year-old technology, right? 7-year-old technology.
Yeah, 2013.
How do you guys remember this?
Because I used my graduation money that I got as a present on a new Xbox.
Honestly, that's a great answer. I'm not mad at that.
Yep. Actually, Hannah was trying to find a PS5, but they're like all sold out. She couldn't find any.
Yeah, they basically have been appearing online periodically from certain retailers. Like I know Walmart has, like, if you come on at 9 a.m. and then 12 and then 3 and 6, like they'll have new shipments. But basically, as soon as that happens, they're sold out. People are just like waiting by their computers to get one.
So they're letting us know when their website's going to go down.
yeah, pretty much. If you're trying to order groceries or whatever, don't do it right then, because it will kick you out 100%. But is that so? What were your other thoughts about it? Like, was it just like in terms of the actual game? Is it still pretty much just Call of Duty?
Yeah, so I've played every mode. The campaign, I've played a couple missions. It's a Call of Duty game. The online is actually different. They they changed the kill death stuff. It's not kills anymore. It's eliminations, which encompasses both kills and assists. So some people like it, some people don't. But like if I do like 80% of the damage and you do 20, we both get a kill or an elimination.
That's cool. That's kind of the Overwatch model, I think.
Is it? I never played Overwatch.
They do basically that same thing. So if you get any amount of damage on a hero, or the opposing team, then you both get that kill or elimination.
I think I like it better when I know how many straight up kills I got. But
yeah, that's fair. I did like the Titanfall thing though, and I think we talked about this before, where like you had AI enemies. So you could still, even if you're bad at the game, you can still like rack up a bunch of kills with all the AI that sort of spawns around the map. which I thought was like a pretty neat. I don't know why other games haven't done that, to be honest.
Well, I guess like League of Legends and stuff, they have like the minions.
Yeah,
That's kind of like just XP fodder.
Yeah, that's true. Any like big MOBA that you see now generally has that feature. But I'd like to see it brought over to more like first-person shooter games because I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Kenzi, you obviously don't care about either of these games.
No, not at all.
I don't even know what words you guys are saying. Like, you're saying these things, and I was like, I don't even know if that's a name or English or slang. Like, I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
I saw this.
But I didn't know what a Switch was, so like, it's fine.
I saw this blank look come over your face where it was just like you were really, really trying to be interested.
No, it's that word that you said. I was like, they lost me. MOBA.
MOBA.
Oh, MOBA, yeah.
You lost me.
It's what is it? Massive online or
Massive online
battle arena?
Battle? Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
I think that's
what is this world? It's so foreign to me.
Yeah, multiplayer online battle arena.
Multiplayer, okay. So yeah, that's any games like Smite or League of Legends, which you also don't
Foreign
know.
language.
So I don't know why I'm
That's not true. My uncle plays League of Legends.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is, but he talks about it.
You do know the name though. Okay, cool.
That's as much as I know.
You do like fighting games though, right?
Yes, I like when we
Injustice.
played Injustice. I like playing Aquaman. And don't even, Connor, every time I'm like, oh, I like playing Aquaman, like, you can't play him in like league sanctioned events because there's a glitch in Aquaman, blah, blah, blah. Am I playing in league events, Connor? No.
Aquaman is busted as shit. You just do that trident move over and over.
I know, and I like it.
It's so mad when you did that because the spear comes from the ground and then it comes back up and you can't block it. There's not enough time for you to move. You can literally just do it over and over and over again.
Yeah, I know. That's because I'm a winner.
You did kick my ass in a lot of those matches.
The best is when you play a Mario Kart. You just like get so mad. You're a grown ass man.
That's like I think the only video game that I actually get pretty angry about. Like I get sort of competitive because I'm not a competitive guy, but like
Note that he said sort of competitive.
You do get really competitive with Mario Kart.
Very,
it's like
very
the only one.
Extremely competitive.
No, everything else I'm like, oh, I lost. That's a bummer. Oh well. But like that game, I get genuinely upset.
Yeah, buddy, we know.
Yeah, and if you lose by like some ridiculous bullshit, you get so upset.
Well, it's not. I don't get as mad when like the matches like I'm in 8th place and someone else is in 1st. I get mad when it's a photo finish and someone throws a fucking red shell at me and I like stop at the last second and it makes me so angry.
Yeah.
I beat Colin that one time. That's all I need. I can retire champ.
So Kenzie, what would a video game have to do to get you to play it?
Someone teach me how to play it. I don't have like the hand
include
like,
someone
coordination to like learn it. Like I can't play Call of Duty because I don't understand like moving. Like you walk with one and then you like look around with another, and I just go too slow. Like I just can't do it. And in Call of Duty, I just get stuck in trees, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm stuck in this tree. I'm getting shot at. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't understand the map. Like I don't know. My brain's just not for video games. I don't get it. I get Injustice.
Injustice is like, a couple buttons.
Yeah, or
you can button smash.
That's what I do. I just fucking click everything and just hope for the best. And then Connor was like, "Oh, if you hit this button, it'll give you all the combos." Like, what am I, Einstein? I'm not gonna remember all that. Back, up, side to side, switch, whatever. The Trident move works perfectly, and that's all I need.
Yeah. You're like, over back X, got it. And then you proceeded to use that for 3 months straight.
I don't, and then I just hit everything, and that seems to work well.
So I guess going back a little bit, maybe not like what would get you to play these games, but like what specifically about games like Injustice or Mario Kart appeal to you? Is it like that it's, you know, kind of pick up and play, like easy to learn, hard to master, or is it like the graphics itself? Like, what is it about that entices you, I guess?
I like Injustice because it's like you just play with someone else. It's easy. It's not some big story map thing, and you're not trying to like get to levels or whatever. Like you're not going through some huge story thing. And like Zelda, I had Zelda on my, I don't even know what console my brother had, and I couldn't figure out how to play Zelda because I didn't understand the story and what I was supposed to do. So I just kept walking into a cave and being like, now what? Literally for like 6 months. Because I don't get it. And I hate Zelda to this day because I don't get it.
I mean, you're talking to the right guy. I don't like Zelda either. But I mean, that's an interesting thing. So like a lot of the times the story aspects can kind of drag the experience down for you, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't get it. But like fighting one-on-one, I get. Mario Kart, you just go in a circle, I get. Anything outside of that, I don't get.
Were there any games other than the ones that we played at school that you like either played as a kid or played high school, you know, just before like we sort of
Yeah, I played video games in high school. Good one, bud.
So literally like you have almost no like gaming.
No, that snowboard game that we had, that you had, that we played, that was like the only video game that Super Monkey Ball in the GameCube when I was like a kid. That's about it. Okay. I can literally list all the video games I played on one hand.
And none of those have stories, so it's definitely consistent with.
Yeah. I played Call of Duty a couple times. Guys kept trying to teach me how to play Call of Duty, but I'm like, I'm never going to get this. Here I am in a tree. Here I am dead. Here I am back in a tree. Here I am in a corner.
You were over at the apartment one time. We did that with one of the, I think, like we were like, hey, you should try this out. It was like Colin and I were playing Battlefield 1 or something like that. And yeah, you were not having that.
I just can't do it. And I know that I can't do it. And no amount of teaching me is ever going to be like, oh, this one does this and this one does this. I'm like, yeah, I get that. Together, I can't do it.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem with a lot of people with those games is moving both of those at the same time. Like they have trouble, you know.
Yes, I cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. So yeah, stories are like the thing I don't get.
You need like a course that you can't deviate from, or just like one. I don't.
Yeah.
What do you call like the place for like Injustice? What do you call that?
Like a fighting game?
Yeah, like arena. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that would just be like a straight up arena game, and I think. Well, okay. I have another question for you. Then you didn't really, you know, speaking on the topic of these fighting games, I noticed that you didn't really gravitate towards Super Smash Brothers, even though that's also kind of, it's pretty casual.
Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, never mind.
She doesn't remember. Well, I think that one's a little less button smashy than Injustice.
Yeah, because Injustice
really
doesn't require you to jump or like avoid, you know, pitfalls or anything like that.
Yeah, the barrier to entry is a lot higher on a game like that.
What's Super Smash Bros?
It's the Nintendo fighter with like Mario and Luigi and Kirby and Sam.
Oh, I don't remember ever playing that with you guys.
I think we played it in the dorm for a little bit. I don't know if you ever played it after that, but
because I was out. Just kidding.
I don't know. Wait. Who knows? But yeah, okay, so that's interesting. So it's more just based on like, you know, you're a core mechanics kind of person. You like, I hit the button, it does the thing, I move on.
And it's over quick. I'm not stuck being like, should I exit now? Should I go home? What should I do? I like to play my thing after 3 minutes and then pass the controller to someone who knows how to play.
I think that's probably why you really like the Jackbox party games, like Quiplash and stuff like that we used to do.
Yeah, I like those. Those are funny. I had fun doing those. Those are the best nights.
Those also aren't really video games, I think.
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know any video games. I would consider those a video game. They're on TV.
And it's
What
like
if-
it's on the TV and I controlled something. It's a video game.
It's a video game.
What if you're playing like split screen on like one of the more complicated games with somebody?
Like split screen, like top and bottom split screen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like you both are in the game, and like you might have like somebody else helping you out.
No, because then I get confused and I look at the wrong TV and I'm like, wow, I'm doing a great job, and I'm in the tree at the other screen.
So this is not a skill that you ever want to learn. It's not like something you're like,
I
oh, I want to-
tried. I have tried for years, and
Okay.
my brain I just don't get it. Like it just doesn't work like that for me. But I'm fascinated by people who do play video games, like follow the story and like finish games. Do you know how like mental it is to me that you guys are like, oh, I completed the game, and I'm like, how'd you get through the first fucking thing? How'd you know what to do?
I think I have that same reaction with people who do like speedrunning, because they're so crazy with like how precise they are with their movements and things like that.
That could be
I
a
don't-
whole episode because I love watching speedruns. It's like one of my favorite things.
Like cardio, or like this is a video game lingo.
So speedrunning is basically where people have gotten through, like a group of people or one specific person will choose a video game and they will get through
So
that.
not
video game.
cardio.
Not card. No,
No.
it's a video game. No. But they'll try and get through that game as quickly as possible. So
They
like
have
they'll
them-
have.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no! What were you gonna say?
I would say they have them for Super Monkey Ball.
They do have them for Super Monkey
It's
Ball.
crazy.
I haven't played Super Monkey Ball since like GameCube.
Well, there are grown men in their 30s who speedrun it.
Connor, look what you have to look forward to, bud.
I'm really excited. Honestly, I can't wait to turn 30 and become a speedrunner. But
Your mom is gonna be so proud.
it is cool though because they have basically these events called SGDQ, which is Summer Games Done Quick, and
Why
it's-
didn't you just start with that?
I don't know. I figured Chris knew what it was.
I didn't know what it was. I had the
Oh,
same
alright.
reaction as Kenzi.
Okay, I'm just super alone on this then. It's basically they get a bunch of people who do speedrun these games together though, and they schedule it out. And then during the live streams of the games, people donate to charity. So it's like, you get to see all these people do games done really quick, and they raise a bunch of money for charity. So kind of a win-win.
The win-win for virginities everywhere.
You look so judgy right now. I like to just have them. Sometimes I'll put them on in the background. Like if I'm doing work, I'll just throw up like a Metroid Fusion speedrun or something.
Buddy.
I should. This was the wrong podcast to bring this up. I should have waited till we had Colin back on. He and I actually in Radford. He and I used to go into the business center, the business.
Kobe?
college. Yeah, Kobe. We used to go there and basically take over the rooms and like get on the projector, like log into the computers, and then we would put a bunch of speed runs up on the giant projector screen while we did work at the desk or whatever. It was really fun.
So 8 a.m. the next day when I had to go in and fix all that shit, it was you.
Did you actually have to like?
Yeah, there were calls at 8 a.m. that I would have to go out on and fix rooms that were fucked up by people the night before.
We didn't. I don't think we did anything bad. We watched that and then we put everything back exactly the way it was.
To be fair, it wasn't always that. It was just that the professors didn't know how to switch an input or something. But
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that might have been our fault.
like if you left it on one input, they're like, I don't know how to switch the input. And then I gotta click the input button, dude.
You gotta walk 20 minutes to press one button because some old dude doesn't know how to switch it over.
Yeah.
Hey, some people just don't know things about computers. Leave them alone.
There was a button that said input. It's the same as your TV remote that says input. It's the same thing.
Same concept, but no.
Hey, I am not inputting things in my TV. I have never switched the input on my television at all. So it would not occur to me to also switch the input buttons.
I guess you wouldn't need to if, like, you're just on one thing. Like, if you're just using the smart TV thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. You want to talk about movies, Chris? You want to get away from this topic that clearly no one cares about but me?
Yeah, so this is close to Thanksgiving. I was going to bring up a movie trailer that I saw the other day called Thankskilling. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Kenzi, have you heard of it?
No.
It's like a very budget Thanksgiving horror movie about like a killer turkey. It's awful.
This is like Sharknado Holiday Edition.
It's that level of movie, yeah.
I hope Tara reads in it.
There's a, I don't know who that is.
She was in Sharknado.
She's in all the
Okay.
Sharknado. She's like, I don't know, I think she used to be big in the 80s or something, and now she's like trying to make a comeback. I have to get a charger.
Okay.
Oh,
Is the iPad dying?
Yeah, but I haven't charged it in like a while.
Hey guys, so there's a reason that this was cut a little bit short. We were experiencing some technical difficulties with devices charging and cameras not working and shutting off and things like that. So this week we have just a shorter video. I think we're going to end up being about 30 minutes, but we wanted to release some content. So we're putting this out here. Next week we should be back to normal, having a full hour-long episode. But you know, if you liked the video, even though it was short, like, comment, subscribe, leave us some feedback, email us, ring the bell for notifications if you do subscribe.
Covered it all. And at the beginning of this episode, we talked about maybe doing some supplemental content for you guys. I had mentioned doing a like a full Miles Morales view where I just talk, give my opinions of the game. And Chris was thinking about doing some of that for games or movies that he likes as well. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let us know in the comments. But until next time, bye guys.
Bye.